Probably the one significant change that's happened in our service company that has made a huge difference. The number one thing is taking photographs at every pool that we service. So the backstory to this is Mrs. Jones calls up and says, my plumbing, the thing that comes out of the heater and it goes to the whatever, is broken, and then there's this weird thing on there, I'm not sure what it is. Well, if we don't know what it is, our first step is, well, we'll come out and look. By simply stopping and taking pictures of all of the projects that we work on, all of the customers, we have a catalog of their pools. Both when you walk in the yard, to their equipment, to any nuances, we catalog that and have a photographic copy of it. Now, that was difficult in the beginning because how are we going to manage all of this? What's it going to take? We're going to have thousands of photographs. I don't know how we're going to do it. Start small and do a little bit at a time. And what you'll eventually find out is, now Mrs. Jones calls and you serviced her pool 2 weeks ago, and now that thingamajiggy that she's talking about is leaking. You go, oh, let me pull up the photographs and see. And automatically you know, so you can have the part. If it's not a typical part, you know what to do, you have a general idea of what's going to happen. That's by far been the greatest advance that we've taken on. Now granted, it takes a little bit of effort, although technology today makes it pretty easy for a service guy with a smartphone to take a picture and have it automatically uploaded to our database. It's pretty easy to do that and have it all cataloged, and it might take a little bit of office work to orchestrate it, put it in the right files, but every day those pictures come in, and then there's somebody that sees them, stamps them, and puts them in that customer's file. Now we know what it looked like before we got there. We know what it looks like when we're done. So there's no discrepancy or no question of whether we did our service or not. But it builds this catalog base of information about a customer. So then you now know what they're talking about when they call, or you also can have a visual when you're going to suggest something. It doesn't take that much effort. It takes a little bit of ingenuity, it takes a little bit of money, but not huge dollars to put the infrastructure together to make sure that you have a hard drive that stores that stuff. Today, a terabyte is nothing in terms of storing information. And a terabyte can get you thousands and thousands and thousands of pictures. And I would imagine that our catalog of pictures is in the tens, if not hundreds of thousands of photographs today. But that gives us a visual relationship to every project. And yes, it seemed daunting at first. It absolutely was daunting. And we had to remind the guys, take pictures, take pictures, take pictures. Well, even we have construction people now that get harped on, take pictures, take pictures, take pictures, because it catalogs all of it. So we can finish, whether it's a construction project, and now we have 1,000 pictures of the process. So if there's any issue ever, we have a visual of it. Or if it's a service project we're doing, and it could be something as small as vacuuming a pool to, as big as a renovation, we have it cataloged. It's just amazing. That's the first thing that really we've done differently that's made a significant difference. Service tip number 2, in terms of what significantly changed our company. First one being, photograph everything, take lots of pictures, always have pictures of everything you're working on, and catalog it. Second thing is really based on a guy that has created a huge brand online. His name is Gary Vaynerchuck, and he's written several books, and one of them was called The Thank You Economy. We follow him and his ideas. He's a marketing guy, but that's not his intent. It's just a result of what he's done. He's become known in the marketing world. But he wrote a book called The Thank You Economy, and it was all about understanding the right way to take care of a customer and over-deliver to them and give them those additional things that make the difference as a form of a thank you. And as we've done that by over-delivering and then doing unique and different things for our customer base, it's just grown it into a much more positive and strong base, because they know that not only do we care about them because they pay us, but we care enough to give back to them because we care. And that shift from commodity-based building and commodity-based service to thank you economy, which is what it's all. This is a connected economy. The internet as a 20-year-old matured tool has allowed us to connect with people and to really research anything we need to. And in our industry, in the pool industry, we're dealing with people who are fairly intelligent, if not very intelligent, that know how to use the internet and use it as a tool. So why wouldn't we make sure that in this connected economy, we're doing everything we can to allow so that people will share us with everyone else. And that's really what happens online, is that ability to connect with people gives them a reason to share you with friends, and that's how companies can grow, and that's really how we've seen growth in our business.